A while back on the channel, we took a look at this knife from Cold Steel, the Finhawk folding knife. And at the time I said this, I think might have been one of the best outdoor folding knives for under 50 bucks I had ever seen. And I stand by that. It is a really good knife. Well, in today's video, we're going to take a look at the fixed blade brother for this one, the Finhawk fixed blade from Cold Steel. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for another Sharp Saturday video where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. And as I said today, the something sharp is the Cold Steel Finhawk fixed blade. And I know you've seen a lot of Cold Steel videos on the channel lately. I don't have any kind of arrangement with them. I just got a really good deal on several Cold Steel knives on Big Daddy Unlimited so I could have something to show you. And speaking of Big Daddy Unlimited, thanks to them for making these kind of videos possible, because if you go to survivalonpurpose.com/BDU and you join their membership club for the 30-day trial membership price of just 99 cents, get in the club. It's kind of like a buying club, and see if the prices make sense to you. If you think it'll save you money and you stick around for the regular membership price of 10 bucks a month or 99 bucks a year, then they'll throw me a couple of bucks for introducing you. So if you save money, it benefits the channel. It's a win-win. I really appreciate that. So anyway, that being said, let's get down to the old stump top. We'll take a look at this Finhawk fixed blade. This one, by the way, comes in under 20 bucks on Big Daddy Unlimited. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, here's the Finhawk fixed blade from Cold Steel. Here's a little closer look at it. We'll talk about the specs of this thing real quick. First of all, this is a design collaboration between Andrew Demko and Lynn Thompson. So it's not a new knife from Cold Steel, but it is a new knife to me. The overall length of this knife is 8.5 inches, features a 4-inch blade, 2.7 millimeter thick German 4116 cryo-quenched steel, I believe that's stainless, with a 7.5 millimeter bevel Scandi grind. The handle is 4.5 inches of polypropylene encased thermoplastic rubber, and it weighs just 5.1 ounces, which is really, really lightweight. This is a really lightweight, very nice, nimble handling knife, and it features a Cold Steel Cryex, Securex. They got a bunch of X's on their names. Securex sheath, and just a molded poly sheath with the standard little belt loop here thing. I mean, they're not gonna like me saying this, but this is kind of like, man, it's in there too. By golly, stays in. This is, to my mind, this is kind of like a Cold Steel version of a Mora knife. So we got the Scandi grind, we got a poly handle, very, very lightweight. The handle is very, very comfortable. It's almost a little wood grain or something. It feels kind of like rough linen or something, like canvas, but it's really, really comfortable. It's got a nice swell right here, nice little finger guard here. It's just a very, very comfortable feeling handle. Super lightweight, nice sharp Scandi grind. At least it looks sharp. By the way, the MSRP on this thing is $29.99. I paid $17.99 for it on Big Daddy Unlimited, so as I could shows it to you. So let's do the old standard, industry standard knife testing on it now. First, we'll go the industry standard Redneck sharp test. And I don't usually do very well with my left hand on this, but we're going to try it and see, because this thing is so sharp. I'm just afraid of cutting myself. But oh my gosh, man, you could shave a yak with that thing. Okay, so pretty daggone sharp there. What about, I'm going to do it, because somebody wants me to, the paper test. I'm just going to hold it with 2 fingers, 3 fingers. We'll try that. Because, man, it is so stinking sharp. Look at that. Just boom, look at it. Can you just look at it? Just look at it. Okay, we're going to call this sharp. Man, you can make paper dolls with that thing. Or confetti. Okay, so all that's well and good, but what about some regular old knife stuff? Okay, so this is not a chopper. I'm not even going to try to chop with it. There's no sense in that. How about a little bit of batoning? I got this piece of wood right here, and we're going to baton this. It's not very big, but I think it's, you know, it's reasonable to baton. I'll try to put it at an angle where you can see it for a minute. And because my wood's longer than my man. Look, I started out in a knot, so we're gonna back it out and start over. Because, I mean, it started in a knot. Come on, man. You know, we'll start back here. How about this? Try that. I got a little depression there. All right, ready? Much more better. Oh man, this is some gnarly wood here though. Okay, wow. So just to show you, we got all kinds of gnarliness going on here. So we're gonna call that one okay. I mean, it's not a gigantic, heavy-duty, monstrous knife. That's not what it's designed for. It's more of a bushcraft knife. So let's just see how well it carves some of that bushcraft curls. Because, man, it carves really good, by the way. It is so stinking sharp. This candy grind is on top of it. They did a great job on this grind. And I'm really not surprised because most of the knives that I've looked at from Cold Steel, they're well thought out. I know that for whatever reason, you know, Lynn Thompson was a pretty controversial figure for some people, but his company made some great knives. I never met him. I don't know what kind of controversy there was about him, but all I know is he made some good knives. Some good products. They're rock solid. You can't complain about them. Man, this thing is so stinking sharp. It's almost, man, really good. I'm trying to get some, okay, there we go. Get some small curls here. I don't really have a good piece of wood working with here. I got a reverse angle, which is not good because it's hard to follow that. So let me just see if I can chop off a big piece. Let's just turn it over and try this then. We'll try with this side. Oh yeah, look at that. Got a reverse angle there too, but let me get a different piece of wood. Here's one I've already carved a little bit on, but it's got a kind of a concave angle anyway. Oh, the wind's blowing my curls away. How about this wood here? I got to get me some more curly wood. Oh, this is good too. It's a piece of that privet that I've been beating on for months. So anyway, it's carving great. I'm trying to use every bit of the blade, the very end, down to here, all the way up to the right next to the handle, and it's got a good edge all the way around. So that I like. What about? Let me reach over here in storage and get my little latest fatwood sliver. This is a sliver off of the mother load. We're going to see if we can carve a few pieces of fatwood off of here. And the wind is really blowing, so I got to be careful with the old fire starting stuff. But man, look at that. It's just thin. Oh, I'm sorry. I know you want to smell it. There you go. It smells good, doesn't it? All right, now, so like a standard Mora knife, actually, this thing does not appear to have a really sharp spine. So we're going to see if it'll scrape some fat wood. I'm not optimistic, to be honest with you, which is kind of a bummer, but well, maybe it's a little sharper than I thought. I think the difference is maybe that, you know, the Mora knives are laminated steel, so they've actually got an outer layer that is a little softer maybe, and then the inner layer is harder for the edge, I think. But this seems to be working pretty good, so let's see if it does any better right down here. Sometimes that's a little sharper right there, but no, it does fine. So okay, now we got that. You know what's next? Let's get a couple more curls off of here, because I want to, if we do get a fire going, I want it to go. I don't want it to be halfway. I want it to be a fire. Let me get some of that on there. Some of these curls, some of this fat wood to get going, because once that little fuzz goes, it won't take it long, especially with the wind blowing like this. What's good about a really sharp knife is you can kind of control. Look at, I mean, I'm holding it up freehand curling it, and they're not going everywhere. That's just enough to just slice them right off. You don't have to put a lot of force into it, which would fling them all around. It'd flang them. So, you know what's next, don't you? My second favorite ferro rod. See what happens. Here we go. Look at there. Boom. Booyah. Oh no, don't put it out, Brian. I've almost put it out, but I didn't. I'm trying to get it over here burning because of the wind, and there we go. So, not bad. Okay, so that's some of the industry standard practical testing we do with all our fixed blade knives. And let's kind of quick recap. It did absolutely perfect at the Redneck sharp test. Did great at the totally unnecessary paper test. Not a chopper. I didn't even try to chop with it. It did fine, batoning a pretty gnarly piece of wood, and it carves like it was born to carve, because it probably was. I was actually pleasantly surprised that it scraped the fat wood okay and scraped a ferrocerium rod pretty good. And now that I've got the sunshine blaring on my face, I apologize. But as you know, here at Survival on Purpose, we're all about the science, and to that end, we maintain a state-of-the-art cutting-edge knife testing facility at our worldwide headquarters. And one of the industry standard tests we like to do is test the aerodynamic balance of every fixed blade using our balance, orientation, and rotation device, which in this case was recently refurbished. So let's get to the old scientific part of the testing. You want to? Kuma wants to play. And when I throw this, he's probably going to chase it. But he's way away right now. There he comes. Come on, Kuma, come here. And I have a real hard time with these lightweight ones. You cannot have the knife. You can't have it. You don't want it. Okay. That's 2 misses. And, oh, I know. Let's go for 3. 3 misses. All right, we'll try to see if we can stick one now. That's 4 misses. My calibration needs to be redone. All right, a little better there. Let me mark my distance. Shall we try again? Maybe once more. Whoop, 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 whoop. And again. So it is all about the calibration. Maybe just one more time. Get back, go. Okay, we're gonna call it balance because Kuma won't leave me alone. Okay, well that was a hopefully reasonably coherent look at the Cold Steel Finhawk fixed blade, the fixed blade version of the Cold Steel Finhawk folder, which I think still is one of the sturdiest folding pocket knives I've seen. But this one is, in my opinion, a really good keeper. Again, I know they don't like me saying this, but this kind of reminds me of the Mora. Maybe it's the Cold Steel version of a Mora knife, and I like it a lot. Oh man, I just flashed my eyeballs with the sun reflecting off of this shiny, shiny blade. So, but anyway, like I said, the value on this thing is really there. It's $30 MSRP. I paid 18 bucks for it on Big Daddy Unlimited. Street price is probably going to be in the 20s, you know, so still a pretty good deal for this knife. And really, really nice, solid knife. So I hope this has been helpful. I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.